Good morning, my name is Matthew Hugo from Weather Commerce, and this is this morning's weather brief on Monday the 11th of July. Today's weather brief will cover a summary on West European 5-day average temperatures, the UK, Europe, Scandinavian precipitation, and finally global weather alerts. Firstly, we'll take a summarised look at the mean surface temperatures across Europe. And there is a trend evident from the end of last week, and that is for temperatures to be either near or once again trending slightly below climate averages, particularly across some central and eastern areas of Europe, including Switzerland, Germany and Austria, for example. Between days 6 and 10, there has been a change and a trend from the end of last week for temperatures to be more significantly below climate averages. Temperatures are forecast to potentially be at least 2 to 4, if not 5 degrees below climate averages, particularly again across some central and eastern areas of Europe, including Switzerland, Germany, Austria and perhaps even Benelux. And finally, between days 2 and 5, there has been no significant changes from the end of last week, and that is for the majority of Europe to have temperatures generally near or again trending slightly below climate averages, particularly across some central and also northwestern areas of Europe. However, some far eastern areas of Europe, including Austria and Poland for example, may have temperatures near, if not trending slightly above climate averages, but only for a limited period of time. And now taking a look at the United Kingdom in some closer detail. And between days 11 and 15, as we move towards the weekend and the 23rd and the 24th of July, there is a continued signal from the end of last week for temperatures to generally remain below climate averages. The majority, if not all, of the available forecast models have temperatures at least 1 to 3 degrees below a climate mean of around 17 degrees Celsius. Given model agreement and consistency, confidence levels are medium to high regarding this expected temperature trend. Between days 6 and 10, which is in and around the weekend of the 16th and 17th of July, again, as you can see, the majority, if not all, of the available forecast models remain below climate averages. This is a continued signal and trend, and as a result, confidence levels are medium to high to suggest that days 6 and 10 are likely to have temperatures at least 1 to 3 degrees below climate norms. The following weather chart for Sunday the 17th of July helps to illustrate why temperatures are forecast to be generally below climate averages. Low pressure to the north and northeast of the UK is forecast to be responsible for producing cool and unsettled west or northwesterly winds across the majority of the UK, and this general pressure pattern is forecast to continue within the longer term, and hence the reason why temperatures are likely to remain generally below climate norms. And finally, within the short term, over the next 2 to 5 days, temperatures again are forecast to generally remain below climate averages by 1 to 3 degrees, but particularly during and beyond the 12th and 13th of July. It should be noted that on the latest UK model comparison graph, the Metro model, as represented by the solid black line, is a mild outlier. Given that temperatures are forecast to be more significantly below climate averages, in association with good model agreement and consistency from the other various forecast models, I have high confidence to suggest that particularly early in the forecast period, the Metro model is generally too warm. Now taking a look at the expected temperature trends across Europe. Between days 11 and 15, there is a continued signal for temperatures to generally remain either near or trending slightly below climate averages across most areas. This is a persistent signal, and as a result I do expect, given a predominantly unsettled and cool weather type, that the 11 to 15 day time period is likely to be particularly cool across the majority of Europe. The latest Switzerland model comparison graph helps to illustrate this situation, and as you can see, between days 11 and 15, within the highlighted red circle, all of the available forecast models have temperatures below a climate average of around 19 or 20 degrees Celsius. Some model divergence is evident, however, with regards to just how below climate averages temperatures are likely to be. At the present time, temperatures are likely to be at least 1 to 4 degrees below climate norms between days 11 and 15 across the majority of Europe. Between days 6 and 10, a trend is evident, and that is for temperatures to be at least 2 to 4 degrees below climate averages. As you can see on the latest West European map view, the majority, if not all, of the available forecast models for all the individual countries have temperatures below climate norms. The latest model comparison graph from Germany helps to illustrate this expected temperature trend, and as you can see, in and around the weekend of the 16th and 17th of July, all of the available forecast models have had temperatures at least 2 to 4 degrees below a climate mean of around 20 degrees Celsius, and some particularly cool weather for the time of year dominates across the majority of Europe. And finally, between days 2 and 5, with the exception of some far eastern areas of Europe, including Austria and Poland for example, where temperatures may be temporarily 2 or 3 degrees above climate averages, the majority of Europe is forecast to have temperatures either near or trending 1 or 2 degrees below climate norms. And now taking a look at the expected precipitation totals across Scandinavia. And over the next 7 to 10 days, precipitation totals across many areas are forecast to be generally above climate averages. Parts of Norway and southern areas of Finland, for example, may experience precipitation totals in excess of 100 millimetres, which is comfortably 200 or 300% of normal in what is forecast to be a particularly wet 7 to 10 days. Within the long term, as you can see as we move beyond the 18th of July, precipitation totals are forecast to be generally less and nearer to climate averages across the majority of Scandinavia. And now taking a look at global weather alerts which highlight significant deviations from normal. And many central and particularly northern regions of China are forecast to have temperatures well above climate averages over the next 7 to 14 days. Mean surface temperatures ranging between 30 and perhaps even as high as 35 degrees are expected, which is comfortably 6 to 8 degrees above climate norms. Finally, temperatures across many southwestern areas of the United States are forecast to remain well above climate averages over the next 7 to 14 days as well. Mean surface temperatures of 35 to 40 degrees, which is comfortably 90 to 100 degrees Fahrenheit, is expected across parts of southern areas of California and also some surrounding states. This is forecast to result in mean surface temperatures being at least 8 to 10 degrees above climate norms. Thank you for listening to today's weather brief. Goodbye.